Picture this. It's your birthday, and instead of going to pool parties and clubs and bars, you're mock drafting on YouTube. Well, at 35, I'm not really a bar person anymore, but also I love fantasy football. And even though it's May 31st, we should be doing mock drafts because it allows us to do different things in different styles and see how it's going to turn out. So today, we are going to mock a 12-team league PPR redraft, not dynasty, redraft 1 QB only. And we're going to do it from the 5th spot. So we're going to break this down for you each and every round. And you're going to see it pop up on the screen on either one of the sides of me. And you're going to see how the round played out. But I'm going to go in depth a little bit about each player because I'm not doing a super long video on my birthday. I just want to give you a little explanation to understand more players by the time your draft comes around. Let's get into it at the 105. At 105, I select Breece Hall. We don't have a CMC. We don't have Tyreek Hill, CD Lamb, Jamar Chase. They were all taken. So we're going to go Breece Hall, who was the RB6 last season with Zach Wilson as quarterback. That offense was inept. There was a game that was like 0-0 in week 13 or whatever. It was terrible. It was trash. It was pathetic. But now he's going to get Aaron Rodgers back. And the offense is going to step up a little bit. The box is going to empty out a little bit. And you're getting a guy who was 12th in opportunity share and has second in weighted opportunities. He gets used a lot. He has the skill. This is a very simple pick because, yes, I get it. The trendiness of the wide receiver is great. And if maybe we got a CD Lamb or a Tyreek Hill who could bust the game open, great. But right now, if we're getting a player who last year from week 5 to 18 had 20-plus touches, sign me up for that one right away. Second round, you know who we're going to take here? Deebo Samuel. As a Philadelphia fan, I hate him. I hate him as a person, but I do not hate him as a player on my fantasy team. Because of that dual threat purpose that he brings to your team, you can't hate him. He allows you to have 2.5 players at this point, basically, because you get half of a running back and a full wide receiver. Then you get a full player of Breece Hall. So you're 2.5 players in, 2 rounds deep. He was the wide receiver 12 by only playing 15 games. He does deal with injuries from time to time. We're used to it. That's what it is. But he plays on a great offense. And that's what you want. Good players with great opportunities on great offenses. It's so damn simple to make these decisions sometimes that you can't mess around. If you can get somebody who gives you a dual threat, it's like having a Konami code quarterback at a wide receiver position. Speaking of somebody who elevates your positions, I need you to go to Travis Kelce. And I need you to just realize that it's not over yet. Yes, he might be a little bit of a Taylor Swift girl now or whatever it is. They're dating. They're going to get married, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares anymore. That was last year. Nobody cares anymore. He was still tight end 1 in fantasy points per game. How are you going to be mad at that? I get it. He's not giving you what you used to get, but what he was giving you before was otherworldly. Here's the thing. He's still better than most tight ends. So he gives you a positional advantage here. And I'm always going to take the positional advantage because right now you have people like Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, Rashid Rice out here with Vin Diesel playing Too Fast and the Furious and might not even play. You got Hollywood Brown, who I like, but like, is he going to stay healthy? We don't know. Travis Kelce is the only thing that is keeping Patrick Mahomes afloat right now in his pass catching options. He trusts Travis. That's comfortability for him. Outside of Isaiah Pacheco, who I love this season, Travis Kelce is one of the other Chiefs I want. So far we have Breece Hall. We have Deebo Samuel. We have Travis Kelce. 3 players on 3 offenses that I think are going to be great. So we're going into the 4th round, and I'm going to scroll down to my 4th round here because I'm looking at my screen, and we're going to go to a wide receiver who just got paid. Jalen Waddle just got paid a buttload of money. I think it was like $76 million guaranteed, 86 overall. That's insane. And you might think he had a bad season because he only had 4 touchdowns. And like, there's, you know, Tyreek Hill, and he might not be able to do it. But this man still had a 24% target share, and he had improved efficiency metrics. So a bounce back is evident because he was dealing with injuries last year. And that sucks. It happens. Injuries are a bummer. But when you're on a good offense and a good opportunity and you're a skillful player, we cannot skip you. You're going to kind of catch a theme to this video. So now that we have Jalen Waddle on this team, who do you think I draft next? Who I drafted next comes with a great opportunity and has a great skill set, and it's George Pickens. No more Deontay Johnson. Pat Fryermuth's still there, but there's not a guy, an X receiver out there that really scares me. Roman Wilson gets drafted, cool. Calvin Austin, great. Quez Watkins, we're done with that. We're not even going to talk about Quez Watkins. I'm almost certain they have Van Jefferson too. They got a bunch of names that really don't matter, which means George Pickens has to play, and he has to play well. And this man just dominates the game. He has skill. He has what your team lacks in contested catches, which is great, but he brings so much to the table here because he's going to emerge as the wide receiver one for this team. And he constantly hints at growth within his game because he averaged 12.8 points per game. I think that elevates a little bit because he doesn't have Kenny Pickett anymore either, which is fantastic. So George Pickens, come on down. You're adding to my team. We got Deebo Samuel. We got Jalen Waddle. We got Travis Kelce. We got George Pickens. George Pickens being the fourth in that one, my fourth pass catcher. And oh, yeah, I still have Breece Hall. Kind of loving this team so far. So let's see what I do in round 6. Good teams with good offenses is what we're sticking with in round 6 when we draft Jayden Reed because he has a 25% target rate per route run, which is fantastic. He's in a good offense. He's with a guy, Jordan Love, who led the league in deep throw attempts. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Deep throws, more yards, more points. Very, very simple here. Jayden Reed has a chance to be great. Christian Watson, I like him, but he's always injured. There's always things going on within this wide receiver core. They got like 19 good wide receivers I would take for fantasy if they were just by themselves. But I really like Jayden Reed in the slot. I like having slot guys because you can manipulate the defense to get open. Jayden Reed, great player, great opportunity, great team. Sticking to the theme. All right, let's get into that next round. Zach Moss. He picks up the mantle where Joe Mixon left off because Joe Mixon is out in Houston now. So Zach Moss comes here, and he had a bit of a revival last year, and I'm not expecting him to go off. I'm not expecting him to be anything crazy. We already have Breece Hall. I'm kind of just looking for somebody here who's consistent, gets me some carries, gets me near the goal line, which I think it will be him over Chase Brown. But what they love to do is pick one running back and use him with inside the 5 because Joe Mixon was top 5 inside the 5 for carries. It means that they don't share the ball. There's not like 3 people inside the 5. There's one, and I think that one is Zach Moss. I'm going to take the shot because it's a very hero RB team. So Zach Moss is going to join Breece Hall in my backfield to start for my team. Because my second running back doesn't really offer home run ability, we're out here in the next round, in round 8, getting Trey Benson. Because, yes, I love myself James Conner. I do. Everybody knows that. I mean, if you follow me for like half a second, you know that. But this guy's got a little bit of more home run ability than the aging James Conner on an offense that is stepping up a little bit and is going to be more fun with Kyler Murray back there. You can't crowd the box and just aim at Kyler Murray because then Trey Benson's going to take off. If you aim at Trey Benson, Kyler Murray's going to take off. It's going to be a fun offense. I think Trey Benson has the ability to be electric within this offense on an offense that is playing with a defense that can't really stop anybody. So they're going to be on the field a lot and hopefully producing you a lot of points. Round 9, and this is simple. Very, 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 very simple. If Deontay Johnson falls to you in round 9 like he did to us, you draft him. Just draft Deontay Johnson round 9. That's not hard. He's wide receiver 1 on an offense that's going to be on the field a lot because the defense sucks and the team sucks. You're not going to get these 40-yard touchdown passes, but you're going to get peppered in a PPR league. That's important. You're going to see 10 to 11 targets a game. In round 9, where else are you finding a wide receiver 1? I'm not even going to get deep into this explanation. It's too easy. Just do it. In an effort to keep this video somewhat short, we're going to bundle everybody else together because now we're kind of into the bench. You're already worried with Deontay Johnson, which is incredible to me. So you can mix him and Jayden Reed in and out on whoever you want to use there. But in round 10, I picked Ty Chandler. We're looking for a home run running back right there. Again, we're just trying to find somebody who's going to elevate our team. And I like Aaron Jones, but his efficiency numbers are going down, and he does deal with injuries a lot. Ty Chandler, when he got in, showed us he could take that ball and showed us that he can give us some fantasy points. We followed that up with Marshawn Lloyd, who looks electric, is coming into a team that likes to run the ball, coming into a great offense with a great opportunity. I like Josh Jacobs, but yet another running back coming downward on his efficiency, so we can't hate on Marshawn Lloyd. We're going to then go to the 12th round. And I know, I'm stacking here. I love it. I'm not going to lie. I got me some Brock Purdy. 1, I get to build a stack. 2, Brock Purdy does throw a deep ball more often than you realize. He is up in the top 10 for that last year. So, keep an eye on that. He's, again, in a great offense, going to get you like 250 and 2 every week. In a 1 QB league, if I don't get the Jalen Hurts and I don't get like the Kyler Murrays and the Patrick Mahomes of the world, I just need steady. I just need somebody who's going to get me like that 15 points at least, make me happy, have those games where you can maybe get the 303 every so often. So then we're rolling in the 13th round. We're getting A.D. Mitchell from the Colts because I don't know why people are sleeping on him. There's a big body wide receiver who is filling the role of Alec Pierce, who did absolutely nothing. Michael Pittman is an intermediate guy. A.D. Mitchell is going to get you that ball all over this field. He's going to break tackles. He's going to be pretty good as a rookie. Josh Downs is in your slot. Pittman's your X. A.D. Mitchell is going to be there. You can't put all the defense on him. Might take him a few games to get there, but because he's like my wide receiver 6 on my team, who cares? Let's take some time. Let it build. We're going to roll down into the next round. Round 14, Bucky Irving. Go look at Rachaad White's numbers. I get it. He was RB5, I believe, last season, but like really go look into the numbers. Look into the efficiency. Take out some of the catching and stuff like that, and I understand it's PPR, but he hasn't been great. He's been good. He's been great for fantasy, but good in the NFL. And here's something that people need to learn about fantasy. Just because you're great in fantasy doesn't mean you're going to keep the job in the NFL, because James Robinson would still be a top 10 RB running back. If RB running back, wow, what a weird term. Would still be a top 10 running back if that was the case. Bucky Irving's got a chance to overtake. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but in the 14th round, the last round, I'm going to take my shot. So, our team, QB, Brock Purdy. Running backs, Breece Hall, Zach Moss. Our wide receivers are Deebo Samuel, Jalen Waddle, George Pickens, and Jaden Reed in the flex. We got a tight end of Travis Kelce. Then you're looking at my bench, which is Trey Benson, Deontay Johnson, Ty Chandler, Marshawn Lloyd, Adonai Mitchell, Bucky Irving. Like, that's a strong bench. That's a strong team. There's a lot of catches, a lot of opportunities for targets here, and a few players that are going to blow the top off like Pickens and Waddle. It's going to be real hard to beat a team like that. But let me know what you think of my birthday mock draft, because I just decided on a whim I'm going to make this video. Got bored, did a mock. So let me know what you think of it. Remember, PPR League. And if you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll talk soon.